time to go over all the books I want to read in the month of February, which for a mood reader like myself is ambitious. And I'm going to be honest, okay, TBR lists I have found haven't really worked for me in the past. However, in the last couple of months, I have been trying to make an effort to curate the list of books that I'm reading. And I do find that whilst I may not read all of them, it's helped to keep me on track with the books I'm reading. So for this month, it may seem ambitious, but I am going to try and make a genuine effort to get through all of the books. First one on this list is Children of Anguish and Anarchy by Tomi Adeyemi, which is the third and final book in the Legacy of Orisha trilogy. I was on the fence on this one for quite some time. I think that the announcement of the movies, or the first movie coming out, has pushed me to just finally get this done. I've read book 1 and book 2. As time has gone on, my thoughts on the series just gotten more and more negative. I think I was very hopeful for what the series would be, and I just feel like I've been let down. At this point, I just want to finish it. I want to know how it ends, and I've invested so much time into the series. And I know that sounds like a sunk cost fallacy, but in this case, this is just more of a curiosity thing. Like, I just want to see how it ends, because the end of book 2 was a massive side-eye. Like, what the hell was that? So will be interesting to see where the book, where the final book has gone after the events of that last one. This one I'm keeping my expectations low, as I probably should have done throughout the whole series. But we'll see where it goes. I don't know. Next one on this list is one I'm actually currently reading, which is June by Frank Herbert. I still haven't checked how many books are in this series. I know it's quite a few. However, in this one, we're following the family of House Atreides, and they have been charged with looking after this planet where this resource called spice is mined. Now, I would say that I was enjoying reading it. It wasn't a massive page turner, but it was enjoyable as I was going on my commute. I paused it to start another book, which I have since finished. So I am going to pick this one up again because I kind of want to get this done. I'm probably going to read it slowly as the month goes on, because it is quite a chunky book. Although I think I should take the approach of just getting through it and just sitting down, focusing and finishing it, because stopping and starting, especially with a book that has so much backstory and so much world building, I think can dampen your enjoyment. So maybe I will just get stuck into this one straight away to get it done. Either way, I'm going to try and finish it before the end of this month. This one is definitely a hyped read. Curiosity has gotten the better of me. I don't know if I'll be let down, but this one is Quicksilver by Callie Hart, which is part of the Fae and Alchemy series. I have been on the hunt for a go-to Fae romance fantasy story for quite some time. I don't feel like I've found like the go-to one quite yet. I don't know if this one is going to be it, but it was on Kindle Unlimited and I figured, why not? No harm, no foul. I can't say I know a whole lot about this book. I just know that there's a young woman. She gets caught up in something. She meets death, and I think he takes her to the Fae world. That's all I know about this. And again, this is probably going to be one I read throughout the month. We'll see. If I love it, maybe I'll love it. And maybe I'll love it because it's terrible. Who knows? Because you can do that too. We'll see. I don't have high expectations. And I think with overhyped, or books that people claim to be overhyped, I think it's always best to go in with low expectations to avoid disappointment. Now, this next one is one I technically didn't actually choose. In my office, I set up and run a book club. We're democratic. So we had a list of options. It went to a vote, and this is the one that won, and it is On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous by Ocean Vuong. I can't say I know a whole lot about this book because it's not the one I actually voted for, but from what I can glean from the synopsis is letters from a son to his mother who can't read. I think it's exploring his history, his past, I don't know. From some of the reviews that I've read, it seems that it's going to be quite poetic. And some of my colleagues who have already started the book said that they are really enjoying it. So I'm going to go in with an open mind. Whilst it wasn't one that I would personally choose to read myself, I'm still going to try and enjoy it and have a healthy discussion about the book at the end. The last book on this list is Blood Marked by Tracy Deonn. It is book 2 in the Legendborn cycle. Now, I wasn't planning on reading this book. If not for the fact that book 3 was coming out, I probably wouldn't have picked up this series. I don't read young adult anymore. I try not to because I find that I just don't enjoy it as much as adult. This one is very, very hyped, and book 3, like I said, is coming out, and I just decided to give it a go. And I'm glad I did. I really enjoyed it. We are following a young girl who finds out that her mother's death may not have been an accident like she had originally thought. This leads her to come into contact with a secret society at her university. She's part of this like early college program that she's doing because she's quite gifted. So she runs into this secret society that's based around King Arthur. Lots of things happen. There's awakening of powers, there's finding out about history, all that good stuff. This book was just a good old fun time. I'm probably going to do a dedicated review, so I won't go into too much detail about my thoughts on this. But now that I know that I really enjoyed book 1, I can read book 2 in preparation for the 3rd one coming out. And it's great to be involved. I feel like this was so hyped and everyone was just loving it. And this is one book that I can definitely say lived up to the hype. Those are all the books I'm planning on reading in the month of February. And I know for me that is quite ambitious. But I think it will be great to try and at least make the effort to get through all of those. Let me know what your thoughts are if you have read any of those. Let me know below if you liked them, didn't like them, would love to hear it. And I will speak to you all in my next video. Bye.